We are live now. Anything would you like?
Namaste.
Namaste. Anything you would like to say before we proceed?
We are on the route, on the way of Tantra, and it's so deep and so wide. But with your experience, with your consciousness, you find out some special things in Tantra.
Yeah.
So,
So I was in Delhi yesterday. 2 days I was in Delhi. First time I got to know a disorder. Having breakfast with the CEO of a company, and she says she was too much in work to control the company, administer, and she was diversified role as like sometimes you have to talk like a marketman, sometimes administration, sometimes finance, sometimes legal matters, and she was perplexed. So she consulted a doctor and got a symptom: attention deficiency hyperactive disorder. I think now it's becoming common because multitasking. People like to train their mind that I can do multitasking. So I have more intelligent apps who are doing multitasking. They are, people try to buy that app who can do multitasking. We buy computers which can do many applications runs all together, multitasking. So this multitasking is bringing this disorder. And I was thinking, and just today I was on this and I found, yes, what is missing? Like we can do multitasking, but we cannot lose our centeredness. And in multitasking, we also are not creative. If you are one pointed to one point, you can be creative about it. In multitasking, you are managing the mind. It's not creative. So slowly, you start to become dull, kind of a computer, kind of a machine, and just maintaining the environment, nothing new is coming up. So in this scenario, CEO of a company is losing. Like you are not bringing anything new in the market, no creativity. You are just maintaining the whole 4 or 5 roles in a company, and your sale starts to go down. When sale starts to go down, you try to work more. And if you try to work more, so many things asking attention. And more you give attention to one, then another urgent. So in this scenario, some works are urgent, some works are very important. To take care of the body and its health is very important. But to attend the meeting, 4 meetings in a day is urgently asking attention. So in that way, you have to divert, body will ask attention, and the urgent call of the customers will also ask attention. So one time attention is there, another time attention is there, and you are managing. I think this can be called a root cause of hyperactive attention deficiency hyperactive disorder, AHDC. And I was reading Tantra today and sudden enlightenment techniques. So this kind of people who are in a multifarious role, multitasking, a lot of responsibility, and they cannot focus what is important to them. So in this scenario, I found if we remain centered, fully at the center, and on the periphery we are working, then in this, we never lose our intelligence. And if we have a sudden enlightenment techniques, which can stop the mind fully, connects us to the consciousness that is beyond intelligence, so we will start to spark with creative ideas rather than maintaining the urgency of the time and then start to fight for survival. So if we have a technique that our mind can be centered within few minutes and we touch the source, infinite source of consciousness. Everything relaxes, all tension disappears. We disappear. The meditator disappears and comes out within few minutes, and he is fully fresh or she is fully fresh. So in that scenario, I think when intelligence is awakened for a while, even for 1 or 2 or 3 seconds, we see the path, not the jungle. In attention deficiency, this hyperactive disorder, like we are seeing jungle, 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 and trying to find the way out of it. In the hurry up, we are blind, anxiety, tension, stress, that making the creativity blind, the intelligence blind, depending only on the learned behavior, which is artificial intelligence, which we have already learned, and try to repeat more and more the same routes. In that scenario, what we need just a creative impulse. Just for a while, light. So in all this jungle where we are giving attention here, there, we find, oh, this is the path. And you become fully centered. So this technique will work for the people. I'm just adding some therapy here. Even you don't need to be a sick person to follow that. You can do it by yourself. So centeredness, and that's our technique, the lotus fiber in the central vein. Yogic technique. So either the prana is moving through the right nostril or the prana is moving from the left nostril. Either or. And what we want that neither prana moves right nor left, almost breath disappears and it enters in the middle path. We call it sushumna. Once the prana enters in the middle path, you will be fully inactive. That's the symptomology. So this practice can be done where you are relaxing on the sofa or somewhere like where you can be fully inactive. So one has to find a gap in the office for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for 3 minutes, for 7 minutes, whatever you can choose. And in that time, you can have a taste of enlightenment. It is a sudden enlightenment. It's not be permanent, but it will show you the path. And if you keep on practicing, you can make it permanent. The theory is that ego has to disappear. The I, which is in danger. I is in danger, that it will die. It will be no more a CEO of a company. This is the death of an I, that this I is a CEO of a company, and something wrong happens, then tomorrow this CEO of a company will be no more. So there's a fear of death. And ego identity is afraid of death, anxiety. Suppose if you know, oh no, death is coming and all work is incomplete. Anxiety. So a preparedness that even the death is coming, I welcome with full centeredness, then relaxation falls. So for a while, if you can take the risk, disappearance of this ego. And then when this ego will come, it will come with an insight, guided by intelligence, not analyzed by mind. Two ways we feed the ego. One by analysis of, so I performed, sale increased, TRP increased, finance increasing, capital gain increasing. I am alive. I am means the CEO of a company is alive, more and more alive and happy. The danger comes, now it will be dead. If one can take the risk for a while, let this CEO of a company disappear. Just for few seconds, and let this real I appear. Intelligence is power. So then the dependency on the feedback of analysis of a mind and dependency on all will disappear, and so will disappear all the anxiety and worry. Intelligence will show a very new, novel, creative ideas to execute in the market or to move forward to create a pattern that will boost the ego. But this ego is determined by intelligence. All disorders, psychological disorders, ego determined by analytical mind. This analytical mind, the criteria of judgment, is creating all kinds of psychological disorders. And this is a disorder. It's not like a psychopath kind of phenomena. Disorder. So just putting it in the order. An order is intelligence will determine the ego, not the mind.
And from my experience of this multitasking, of course, the first technique is breathing.
Yeah.
Just start paying attention for breathing, and use different breathing techniques to calm down, to relax.
We are
And
not trying therapy this way. Sudden enlightenment techniques. The therapy
yes,
will happen in the margin. Then we go to another upayas, different
yes.
techniques.
And one more thing, it's yes, it's sudden. For myself, I call it freeze. Uh, when you just stop doing nothing for 30 seconds and just watch how the life is going around without you.
Mhm.
And then your ego start to disappear because you see that world is is good enough without you. You don't need to do nothing. Everybody is, and it's changing the situation, and of course in the management technique. You should always ask people who bring the problem about their what solutions they can bring. So don't make your own solutions for them. Ask them not to bring problems, ask them to bring solutions. And and then say okay or not okay. I mean, not trying to do something instead of your employers. Uh, just be up from this jungles, and jungles will survive without you 100%. And to see the jungles from up, it's also very important thing.
Yeah, we will deal with all. If you want, we can deal with all 30 techniques of sudden enlightenment. Was just synchronized, and because the problem came to me, the answer has to come. So this will work very nicely with the person who have a lot of work and so many people to handle, and
Mhm.
everyone wants asking attention. Each detail is asking attention. In that scenario of what, one remains fully centered. So the people who are looking for peace, people who are looking for bliss, people looking for centeredness. Whatever happens, I am undisturbed. Center of the cyclone, which is the leader.
But this centeredness for me also it should be connected to this universal source of energy.
For sure.
Otherwise, otherwise it's just the center of nothing, but you should go through the center. You should go to this uh, universal source of energy, endless energy. So, and you get this energy very quickly. You get charged. So, because this multitasking is when you're losing your energy, and
To me, it works like morning different. Now, immediately, I am giving you different. I did not practice it. Otherwise, I will remain more censured and get a new insight. But this insight was already, I just saw the book and it was all synchronized coming to the point that one we did on the breath technique of sudden enlightenment. Maybe that's very difficult for the people. Maybe easy for someone. Everyone is looking differently. If one is looking to be fully centered and clear the path, what is I should do or how I should create. So this is work like imagination, and it's just imagination. Theory it with the help of the mind can go on and on imagining a center point. After some term point, it's beyond. Like mind can present in when we are thinking with the left brain, mind can be present when we are thinking with the right brain, but mind becomes absent when we are not using any faculty. We are using one faculty of imagination. Only one faculty of imagination and comprehension also. Comprehension, no. Let it be fully imaginative. Fully imaginative. If you like, I can guide you, give you a
okay,
glimpse of enlightenment for a while, and then you speak.
okay,
So suppose now create a problem in your mind that you have to do so many things. Like you are doing Oasis of Wisdom. Think about it. Think about it and think about all the problems. And if you give all the time, how many forms you have to adopt, how many work you have to do, how many roles you have to change. And maybe you are already doing that. In doing all this work, sometimes creative ideas coming and sometimes nothing is coming and you are following a pattern. And if you are stuck somewhere, please remember where you are becoming exhausted and where you need insight, where mind is coming to a block, where actions are becoming stuck, where things are not moving. Remember all obstacles, all the obstacles. Each thing which is making you off the center. Anything which comes and you throw you off the center. You suddenly lose your centeredness and pulled into a groove of thinking or talking or doing, which after that you find was not so fruitful. So many things asking attention. See in the past, go that you have to do 4 things. You are doing one thing, stop that in the middle, start doing something else. And none is becoming complete. And that in the night creating more anxiety. Remember all the problems and don't try to solve it anyone. Just remember all the causes of anxiety, attentions, so many things asking attention and you did not give. Hard pressed with time, only problems. And once you have remembered all the problem, you are surrounded by all the problems around you. Let's begin the technique. The infinite cosmos, expanding in all the direction. The center of this cosmos is you. Because you are relating to this infinite world. So one center is you. To feel that center, you must feel your body. The contour, a defined area, a space that your body is taking, is the center of the physical universe. Around you, one universe is your body, and you are living in this miniature universe. And this miniature universe is living in the big universe, vast space in which your space, defined by the contour of your body, and in this body, physical body, which is seeing, listening, tasting, moving, doing things, sensing, enjoying, suffering, everything happening in this body. If this body wants to move, to execute any task, the center of this body is the backbone, which is supporting any movement. Without this backbone, no movement will be possible. The center of the body will be the backbone, physical backbone. If you go to the backbone, center of the backbone, we might find a bone marrow line filled with marrows, which is the essential part of this backbone. Without this, the backbone will not function. The center of the backbone, physical imagination. Just like this physical, there is a psychic body corresponding, subtle energy body, same like this body. In that body also there is a backbone, but not physical, psychic, subtle, which may be at the center of the bone marrow. Very thin, like a hair, analogically is the fiber of a lotus. That thin, in energy body, which is the center of the energy body. This line, try to see this line complete. One at the center of the medulla, one at the center of the tailbone, tip, two ends. moving through this fiber line connecting two ends, or these two ends of the same fiber line. Keep on imagining existence of a nerve within the nerve. And see if it is complete or in the middle somewhere missing. This is string. So this is a string connecting two ends, should be complete in your imagination, not breaking in the middle. One end, tail of the tip, a micro point there, middle of the midbrain, a micro point there, and it's running through without any obstacles. From top to bottom, bottom to top, keep on scanning, following this thread, like in the tailbone, L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, like this. Is it going completely or somewhere you missing it? And thoracic region, cervical region, anywhere you can't imagine this line. In your imagination, complete it. As micro you can imagine, like a pipe under another pipe, under another pipe, another pipe, like this. Like energy body, center of the energy body, all energy becoming condensed in the middle at the center. In this condensed energy, more and more, and finding a center which is holding all the energy body, just like backbone holding the physical body. Same way, this line holds all the psychic bodies. In three-dimensional body, a three-dimensional microfiber line. Inside that line is hollow, empty space. This is a timeless zone. Whenever you like to come out, prepare yourself, connecting to the body, feeling the atmosphere, knowing where is your body, in which country, in which place. Take your time. So, let me know what insight.
Mm. Okay, when you find this center chord and you find that all your body is actually uh, around this chord, and then you find that there is emptiness in the middle, and through this emptiness, yes, you can enter to another dimension, and then the creative things start coming, uh, like um, everything is perfect, and the person who try to manage company, try to manage people, have to understand that the company and the people are perfect. You don't need to manage them. They are perfect. And you don't have to lose some energy to change them. You just have to be with them and enjoy this perfectness. Um, perfectness. Everybody is different, and there is no common rules for all the people. And you have to observe these people or these rules and just to understand um, how they're moving, how they're walking, how they're. So it's like, yes, position of observer. Uh, and it's yes, it's like being mode, not the doing mode. Um, and then there came the idea of we already discussed this 7 layers of communication. How you communicate with God, how you communicate with family, how you communicate with kids, with money, with government. So this 7 layers, and mm, this the not the task you have to do something. You have to observe your communication. You're already communicating with everything, but you have to observe your communication. And for this kind of CAO, we discussed one technique came, we also already discussed that very therapeutical technique is to eat because breakfast, lunch, and dinner, this kind of people try to be not alone. And the technique is to eat alone with closed eyes in silence. It will take 5-10 minutes, but it will be a very healing time. Uh, they because when they eat with in a group of people, they eat and talk. They don't they're losing energy. And this eating technique, chewing technique, the smelling, this is can give the very nice result on for this kind of anxiety people. Just so that's is my insights.
Very nice. That's it. It's working. Everyone has different, like their mind faculties are different. Um, really trained. Like someone can be very comprehensive. Somebody can be very analytic. Somebody can be visual and imaginative. So this is more working with the people who can have developed imagination faculty and visualization. If you have this capability and you have a lot of work and you need immediate insight into the phenomena, what to do, which one to focus, which one to keep at the center and other at the periphery. Otherwise, you get lost. You're giving the equal value to all work, then you cannot decide which one to do first, which one to do second, and you keep on jumping from one to another to one to another. That we say, yes, attention deficiency, hyperactive disorder, because you look busy, you look very busy, but result is not coming out because you are missing the center. To be centered and outside will be, you will find, oh, this is the center of the task. This must be done, otherwise all will not make sense.
Yes, to make okay, perfect. To make correct decisions, sometimes you don't need to do anything. You
Yeah.
just you have to
No
find your
decision.
being mode, and watch the decision. Don't do the decision. Just watch, and it will come, and it
This
will
can
come.
also be useful. Any stressful situation you can use as a therapy. And if you have really time, half an hour, 1 hour, you can use for permanent solution.
Mhm.
So this is Tantra. Nothing, mind is not our enemy. And any talent which is coming out of its own, we are by birth, somebody can be very imaginative. Some faculties are always open. So this is using the faculty of the mind of imagination, and using this, mind can lead until a point, micro centers. After some time, it cannot think. Subtler than that.
Yeah. Yes, and in this technique, it's also, yes, at this point, there is no breath and there is no time. I
Yeah,
mean, you
that's the thing.
go,
No breath, no time. So you won't notice. I was afraid maybe you remain 1 hour like this. So I pull you out. It's also nice to do in the night. And
yeah,
it also cleans up any influence of other energy.
yes, and also but to do it, you have first, you start with realizing the all the problems is around you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the purpose of this technique is to release from these problems.
It
To
will
do it,
digest.
yes, to digest, to absorb, to put priorities, not to put priorities, and but without this sankalpa, to do this kind of
Yeah.
technique,
No
it's
sankalpa vikalpa, no analysis, not using willpower at all. Just seeing away and walking.
yes, yes, and um, and more or less, it's one very very interesting tantric this idea that everything is connected. It's
Mm.
like hologram. Everything is connected, and only with the light of your consciousness you walk, you watch, and you realize that something is around you, but also you are connected with everything which is not around you. So, but if you watch there, also you can find this connection. So it's mm, and um, and this body techniques, gross body, and um,
Yeah.
I remember,
Like in
I
gross body,
remember,
basically, you can find the central vein of the bone marrow. Like you're a doctor. So what is this? At the center, it's only the marrow, or there is a nerve?
oh, there is liquid,
Liquid only.
li liquid flowing. It's
Liquid
like
flowing.
when
So you
liquid
can
flowing.
parallel to it in psychic body energy flowing. And in this pillar of energy, more center.
Yes, and the liquid is like in all the events, it's flowing not like from top to down. It's flowing like spiral,
Mm. Okay.
and it's and it's a really teeny flow of instant teeny flow of liquid
Mhm.
from the up down, and then it disappears to the blood, and then it's come up again,
So
produce this liquid, and
this is the rhythm.
uh, this is the I think the cranial rhythm more connected with breathing or
Mhm.
with small movements, but this liquid movements. Uh, and there are a lot of techniques, yogic, when they do squeeze the perineum, the bandhas.
Mula bandha.
So, blood bandha, yes, they stop the liquid, try to block this liquid, and it's create a pressure of this liquid. Liquid is coming when you block it, and more liquid, and it's create a pressure up. Then you release, and its pressure is losing, and it gives a different kind of experience.
Same like I got a massage in which the person is just sitting on your body for a long time. It
Hmm.
blocks the blood flow. And it's only this technique, nothing more. Just pressure one somewhere, you put sitting in a way that is blocking the blood flow. And when the person gets up, sudden flow of blood. So you say like you can see the this is the path. So it's also a nice way of releasing. I found this massage technique.
Yes,
And
massage and this, but also this energy points. There is energy points, the marmas, and then the Chinese increased the techniques. They put needles, and some of the needles they can put fire on these needles to warm up. So it's like, um, mm,
nice
but
to know that there is a similar movements like we do in psychic. In psychic body, you hold it. And this is Hatha Yoga technique. If you do psychic techniques, you don't use any physical muscles like Mulban. This is all Hatha Yoga. In Raj Yoga, you don't do like somewhere you are pushing, pulling, no movement, no non-doing. So this is going towards from doing to non-doing. The moment you
yes,
come to the central vein, your all activity will cease. Your breath will stop, like you feel almost nothing. The breath, the movement will stop, the mind will stop, and something is beyond. We can't explain anymore after that when mind is stopping. When you come out with a solution. You go with all the problem. So you remember all problems you have, they are surrounding you from all the sides. And in this problem, you are entering in the middle. It's a therapeutic way because this is that this technique is so powerful that it can clean up. So why not to remember all the problem in white, and that's surrounding your body, physical body, and then going more and more subtle and subtle. When you come at the center, for a while nothing is there. You don't remember your name. You don't remember for what you are doing this technique, where you are, what you are. And after that, when you come out, even for a few seconds, you reach that state, you become suddenly aware of yourself, but in a very different way. When you come out, you are coming out with a solution, not with the problems.
yes. That's and because you came to this point of observer, so you observe and it's a problem of somebody people.
The theory is that this string is it's connected with universal being, like we have an individual being, and this string only connected all with universal being. If you go consciously, you cannot enter into it with any problem, even with your small ego,
Mm.
I. And this fiber can be aware of itself. It doesn't need external agency to be aware of.
Yes, because only ego have the problem, and the intelligence have the solutions.
Yeah, and this not individual, this is connected to universal intelligence.
Ah, yes,
If
yes,
your intelligence is limited, is conditioned, a limited intelligence, and with this intelligence, even if you don't find solution here, Tantra means you are not feeling blissful.
yes,
Very
yes.
simple. Here, before you desire, you must pay attention. Am I blissful? If I am desiring this, this is taking away. If I am blissful, then only I am entitled to desire something. What to do? So before going to the doing mode, if doing mode is creating a lot of problems, collect all the problems and enter into the being mode. So in that way, you are not suppressing, not escaping from any of the surroundings, from the environment, and going at just exactly with the help of this problem, going exactly at the center and finding the answer. This is tantric lifestyle.
Yes, yes, and to implement this tantric lifestyle, yes, you need this, as you said, the
Experience,
four pillars: the ritual, the lifestyle, the philosophy, and
philosophy, methodology, technical aspects, yeah, lifestyle and rituals.
and
This you can also make as a ritual if you become proficient. If you practice it
yes,
long, you can make it a ritual. For 2-3 minutes, you can reach there. Or you can make it a ritual, yes, why not? That I will go every day in the park by the river or somewhere I sit silent and for a while, like just going for a walk, sitting there for a few minutes, coming, can become a ritual.
yes,
And part of
as I mentioned, this ritual, which eating ritual, eating, eating alone with closed eyes. It's a ritual to go
and
inside, and
that which suitable and that reminds you of universal being, we call it ritual.
yeah.
A remembrance of like this meditation you did for 1 hour. And if you something can remind to that space even in 1 minute or 2 minutes, that becomes a ritual. A few minutes in doing something.
Uh, it's also very interesting thing that first I read that in during the year there is a seasons of rainy seasons, sunny seasons, and then I find out that in Chinese medicine they they divided year into 24 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Every 2 week is a new season in the nature,
Mm-hmm.
and so they create a medicine, create this acupuncture differently in different season. But then I find out that in India there is also 24 seasons. 24 seasons, and it's called Ekadashi. Every 2 weeks you have Ekadashi,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to celebrate the new season with fasting, and every season have its own deity, have its own legend. So it's very, very ancient techniques, and Chinese people, they always simplify something. They got a lot of information about from India, but they're simplifying it, make it more more simple. So they divide it to 24 seasons, but don't put any deity for each season. Don't fasting at the beginning of each season. So it's
Like it's a civilization. It becomes the part of civilization. Like India has a civilization evolved with so many rituals, so many people, different kinds of people. They are good in adopting different rituals. It looks complex, but in a way, it's just a part of civilization. An individual has to treat its path in this civilization with in harmony. So as an individual, you have a choice which is suitable to my nature, to my mind, to the nature of my body, and the nature of my work, what is deeper. And with so many rituals, you choose one which works for you. Means the ritual which puts you into the being mode within few seconds or few minutes. You get connected. We call it ritual.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Okay. Sunday. Yeah.
So